Angela Merkel's Bavarian sister party, and they've traditionally always enjoyed a strong leadership down in Bavaria, and even in former years, sometimes a majority in the parliament there. The very conservative and Christian values of this party very much in line with the electorate there that enjoys a lot of wealth in this federal state and is also traditionally very Catholic. But we really see the CSU plummet in polls ahead of this election. And this is partly to do with their current leadership. CSU current Interior Minister of Germany, Horst Seehofer, has become somewhat of a comedy villain in Germany at the moment for the way that he consistently threatens to tear apart the very fabric of the German government by what he's accused of doing a lot of political posturing, and that's seen his personal popularity slump. Also, Markus Söder, who is the candidate for the CSU in this election, really has failed to charm voters. But I think what we're seeing happen in Bavaria is what we're seeing happen all over Germany in regional elections and also in the national elections here, which is voters in Germany turning away from the centrist ruling bloc led by Angela Merkel's Conservatives. And this is a really worrying sign for Angela Merkel. In fact, her own party, the CDU, in opinion polls fell to a historic low yesterday of 26%, which is the lowest since records began. We're seeing voters in Germany punish Angela Merkel's party not only over the issue of migration, but also other domestic issues such as housing and the government's handling of the diesel scandal. But also we're seeing voters in Germany turn away from traditional centrist parties towards more smaller parties. And this is where we're seeing the AfD far-right party thrive, but also the Green Party and the far-right left party Die Linke also doing well. This is a pattern we're also seeing, of course, replicated in other areas of Europe.
Yeah, well, as you mentioned, the AfD, there's a lot of talk about that party and concern about what policies they might bring in. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, the AfD still is an opposition party at the moment, but this was a party that only 3 years ago was dismissed as a flash-in-the-pan political populist movement and is now a well-established political party, the largest opposition party in Germany in the national government. And on Sunday in Bavaria, they look set to get into the 15th of 16 local governments that they will be represented in. And so they're really starting to shape national politics here. They're giving certainly the German government on a national level a real hard time over issues such as migration and also social welfare, but they are also bringing in their own initiatives which remain incredibly controversial. One of these recently was a platform that the AfD wants to introduce for students to be able to report their teachers in school if they believe that the teachers are saying anything that goes against the AfD or what the AfD calls political indoctrination. This has got a lot of criticism from teaching groups and also from the Education Ministry that the AfD is asking students in Germany essentially to spy on their teachers. Is this just political provocation, or is this a sign of the way the AfD wants to move forward with some of their political policies? Well, they are a force to be reckoned with, and as they continually say, they are here to stay.